Hey guys, Tyler2K here, and today we're going to do a breakdown of the Jin trailer. Please note, Tekken 8 is an unreleased product, and anything shown can and might change by the time of final release date. And if you haven't seen my breakdown of the Tekken 8 mechanics, go ahead and check that out in the top right corner. Starting the gameplay of the trailer, Namco shows off a new low, presumably Devil Jin down back 2, as Jin's attack is 22 frames and plus frames on hit. They then show an updated down 1 power crush, ending with an attack throw, an idea very similar to Kazumi's. Jin does a new sidestep 2 attack leading into CDS, but more importantly, his eyes will glow red. This is a sign of Omen stance, although Jin goes for CDS cancel LRK into a new overhead attack, which looks like a Devil Jin twist of LRK into Kazama flipover. Jin punishes the twin piston with a 2-4, which no longer knocks down, but is now a standing spin that leads to CDS, ending with a new CDS 4, very similar to Devil Jin's Fly 3. Jin does a CD1 into a new 1-2-1 string, causing spin, ending with a new back 3, presumably CDS 1-2 ender, which looks very similar to Devil Jin back 1-2. Punishing Tsunami Kick, Jin does 1+2 into Heat Engager, which seems to lead to Jin's Heat Smash, chock full of just frame sparkles and electricity. Counter hit forward 4 leads to a new CDS spin option. Jin then uses Heat Burst to spike down Kazuya, ending with a 3-1 CDS 3+4 slide away. Now there's a lot to unpack here, so I'm going to let this play through first, and then we'll talk about it right afterwards. Jin does some sort of 14 frame mid kick, which guarantees a 1 jab afterwards. Now I don't know if the purple slash is because it's counter hit, or because it has some sort of just frame property. But maybe it's some sort of blend between Kazumi 3-1 and Lydia 3 just frame 2. This new string is also a Heat Engager, but Kazuya rebuts with a wall stand 2, a defensive mechanic that thus far we haven't seen any evidence of. But this Jin player was psychic. He used a back 1+2 parry to beat the wall stand 2. Sprouting temporary wings, electricity flows all over Jin's body. Then we see Jin's eyes glow red once again. This is because Jin has entered Omen stance, a stance that allows him to channel his Mishima bloodline. So from Omen, Jin performs an OTGF attack, presumably a natural hit spin launcher, and in this case, a 1-hit spin, giving a high splat. And just a quick note, while Jin can perform TGF from Omen, he doesn't have OTGF properties in the older games. Although in T8, this seems to have all the benefits of its Tekken 7 iteration. Notice how long Jin is looking at Kazuya as he falls to the ground. Jin finishes with a Savage Sword combo, which puts Kazuya into a weird roll state that we haven't seen thus far. Using Heat Dash, 4-4-2 becomes a full launcher. Jin then follows up with a back forward 2-1 down forward 2, now a spin option. And ending the combo, Jin does a dash up back 3 CDS 1-3, which is now an airborne attack throw instead of carry option. But I don't think I'd be doing my job if I didn't mention this problem. We've already seen single hit and double hit spin resplat into a wall combo. So who's to say if a triple hit spin option wouldn't do the same? And last, and almost certainly least, we see Electric Hook Fist into a Rage Art. The only major thing of note is that Jin's Rage Art starts with a mid instead of a high, and thereby presumably slower.